All right. Sam, thank you for taking a few minutes and coming down to hang out with me. I needed to ask you a couple questions.
No problem.
So you've been here for a while and participating in treatment for, I guess, a pretty extended period of time now.
Right.
Seems like you've participated in a lot of the interventions and activities that the Lodge has to offer.
Right.
What I really want to talk about is the different types of counseling that you've been in since you've been here. What different types of therapy have you taken advantage of since coming to the Lodge?
Well, I guess I've done, just individual counseling.
Okay.
I guess that's what you mean, like with the counselors here. And then, obviously, groups, which we do every day with everybody that's here. And then, I guess the family night would count.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thursday night group with Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Have you just done the family group night where all the families show up, or have you participated in any type of family sessions individually?
Yeah, I've done we've done some of those since I've been here with just my family or with my fiance. Just the two of us sometimes, and sometimes with more members of my family, my immediate family.
Okay, so a handful of different types.
Mm-hmm.
The group therapy, like you said, you guys do every day.
Right.
What seems to be a lot of people's favorite? It's always talking, what we're going to do in group today. It seems to kind of be the daily medication for a lot of people. What characteristics of that type of counseling have been beneficial for you so far?
Well, it's definitely kind of, I really like the camaraderie of hanging out with everybody, even though we live here. It's nice to kind of sit down and, sometimes I have things that I'm going through that maybe I haven't shared with anybody, or they're just kind of in my head. And sometimes we'll have group and I'll hear people say things that are the same as what I'm thinking or feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel a little bit less like I'm crazy or that I'm, alone in it. So it's it's reassuring to hear that I'm not the only one that's going through things like that, whatever that may be.
It's nice to know that other people are experiencing some of the same feelings, or maybe we have the same thoughts that we do. Some of the times that stuff gets bounced around in our head and we don't realize that it's somewhat normal, and it takes other people saying it sometimes to do so. Right. All right. How about, you said you've done some individual stuff as well, group. You've mentioned some of the benefits of that, but I'm almost certain that there's certain things that you're not going to share in a group setting with everybody around, especially when it's 7, 8, 9 people.
Right.
What's been your experience so far with individual counseling?
Well, I guess probably the biggest benefit in individual counseling is the same is the biggest drawback, and that's that the whole focus is on me. So, I get to kind of have that one-on-one and the counselor's focus, and we can talk about just the things that I'm going through, but then we also are talking about just me, and so if things are bad or I'm doing something, it's everything, not everything, but the things that are, wrong with me are right there in my face for me to see, and I can't really hide behind everybody else that's in the group, so that's kind of, it's a kind of a catch-22.
Right, that you're gonna be working on you either way.
Right.
You talked about not being able to dodge. I know that the counselors around here are going to challenge you, but how have you felt about the counselor's approach to the individual counseling?
Well, when I got here, and even still after I've been here a while, I think I think it's natural that I have some guilt and some shame for some of the things that got me here and the things that I've done, but they don't shame us at all. They don't make you feel worse than you already do about yourself. They just kind of let me be where I am, wherever that on that particular day or that particular point in my recovery process. And, like, when I got here, I didn't even really think my problem was that bad. And instead of pointing out all the things that were wrong with me and pointing out that, yeah, your problem really is that bad, they just kind of let me get to it by myself.
Okay.
You know? And if somebody had told me a long time ago that, you know, that I was an alcoholic, I would have thought that they were, you know, insane. And I wouldn't have listened probably. But the counselors here, they didn't say that to me. They just kind of let me be where I was. And that's kind of, they don't make anybody feel shame or guilt. And they're really empathetic.
Kind of let you draw your own conclusions on some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I could definitely understand that. I've seen your fiance, boyfriend, run around here, so I'm guessing that you two have done a little bit of work. What has that looked like in the big picture, the stuff that you guys done in between the Thursday nights, the individual? How has that been beneficial, I guess, as a whole, or each style, however you want to?
Well, I think in either, you know, when it's just me and him, just doing like a kind of couple session, or when it's me and my family, or even on the Thursday night, like family nights with other residents' families, my family members can see that I'm not, I think they can see a couple of things, that they're not alone, that other families have gone through almost the exact same things that they're going through. But then they can also see that I'm not special, you know, or that there are other people that are just like me, that I'm no worse than anybody else, really. And that, you know, I think it probably offers them a bit of hope, especially when they hear from people who are further into their recovery than I am, that have, you know, more time under their belt and that are doing it and doing it well, and they're successful at it. I think it helps my family see that, you know, there's like the kind of that light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you taking some time. You've been doing a great job and participating in all these types of interventions, activities is the things that will help you get healthy. So, Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Thank you.